Hello, Dubai. You know, it's illegal to sleep with anyone under 18. Oh yeah. Basically, there's a black guy out there who slept with my daughter. He was 17. Yeah. So from that, he got arrested and he's in jail now. Our fifth nominee for OON of the Year 2024 goes to Mr. Uncensored himself. Uncensored, in inverted commas, Piers Morgan.
Why can't I identify as a black lesbian?
Well, firstly, I mean, it was.
I'm serious. I'm serious. If I can identify as anything without any need to prove I'm actually what that is, why can't I, on International Women's Day, say I'm Piers Morgan, I'm a black lesbian?
I think taking it to a kind of absurd status.
I think that's
talking about quite a
with
strong
respect, I think that
thing.
you'd already opened the absurdity door by saying it is limitless. You could do what you like. Anyone can say I'm a woman. He was an unbelievable hypocrite. When he wasn't lecturing about racial injustice, he was putting on blackface repeatedly. It's almost like there wasn't a moment in his life when he hadn't put on blackface to some party. And yet he felt he had the right, the moral right and self-righteousness to lecture us about stuff like racial injustice.
Mr. October the 7th.
Oh, he loves to say that.
Piers Morgan. You know what? I watch his videos from time to time, yeah, purely for entertainment. There's a lot of scholars that go on there. He brings on pro-Palestinian scholars. You know, he brings on controversial people for the clicks and for the views. You know, and he's another one, yeah, that uses identity politics as well. Yeah. To really to the advantage of his platform, basically. You know, he likes getting on black people, and then what he'll do, he'll be like, well, can I identify as a black lesbian? You know, you know,
he's a wind up. He's a wind up. I've seen it.
That's hilarious when he does stuff like that.
This is minstralism.
Yeah. No,
people need to understand this. You know, when we're going back to dating back to Jim Crow. Black people entertaining white people, and white people also painting their faces black, you know, so there was a mutually beneficial, well, it wasn't beneficial for the black people in Jim Crow, but entertainment. This is why a lot of the entertainers obviously are so like so paramount with this sort of stuff, because that's what it dates back to, you know. So when we talk about the minstrel shows, it was black people entertaining white people. So there's that dynamic now, and people like Piers Morgan still like goes with that narrative. You know, he'll get black people on and he'll put himself in a position where he'll given a hypothetical situation where he's a black person. I'm like, who does this? This is flipping, and have the black guests laughing. There were two ladies like laughing. He does this. Do you know what I mean? And recently there was a former Navy SEAL who choked to death a black guy on a train station in New York, who was shouting threats to kill out people or whatever on the tube. So he apprehended him, and in the process he killed the guy. So Piers Morgan has Mark Clement, who's a political scientist. He's an author, you know. He's also a host for Al Jazeera as well, and he's got his own platform, you know. So he's on the right side of history. Let's put it that way. So he had him on, and he had another, like this blonde girl who was just like, BLM now. The BLM fanboys are gonna come out. She was like, oh yeah, all the Jewish people have been getting all the attention now, all the black BLM people.
You can use his name and you can use his death to fundraise for BLM, or to get out your pent-up aggression, or to claim racism. Expect to see New York City once again descend into mayhem and chaos, because BLM needs attention. The pro-terrorist, anti-Semites, anti-Israel protesters have been taking all the wind out of their sails, getting all the attention. So now they want to be back in the headlines.
I'm gonna come out now and kick up a fuss about this. And you know what? To be fair to Mark Lepont, he doesn't rise to that kind of like, you know, rhetoric. To be fair, and basically Piers Morgan's there like, people used to be regarded as heroes, you know, when they do an act of public service or being vigilantes. You know, if someone's threatening other people on the tube, you know, and they get apprehended, citizens arrest. You know, back in the day, you would be revered. You know, you'd be getting. He killed the guy.
Smart,
and the guy happened to be black. So Mark Lamont there, like, hold on, your framing is absolutely mental.
Yeah.
The fact that you're basically you're indirectly justifying a black person being killed in cold blood in America when there's a long history of this stuff happening to black people specifically in this country. So Piers Morgan, I don't know how he gets away with this sort of stuff. I don't think he does, but this should be like, this guy should not have a platform basically, because that is propaganda. That is another one where, do you remember when the IDF planted explosive walkie-talkies in that market, in that food market?
Yeah.
In Lebanon.
In Lebanon, yeah.
Lebanon. Do you know? And he had Mohammed hijab on. I don't know if you remember Mohammed hijab. You know, very.
Mohammed hijab wasn't even trying. He was just trying to wind him up.
You know, pro-Palestine. You know, Muslim scholar. And, you know, all of that. And Piers Morgan has said to him, "Wouldn't you say something? I'm paraphrasing. Wouldn't you say that was the walkie-talkie explosives was an act of military brilliance from the IDF?" Hijab was like, if that happened to a white boy in Sainsbury's, you wouldn't be saying that. All right, that sort of rhetoric, that is terrorism to me. What you said there, Piers Morgan. You are the terrorist sympathiser here.
That is a bit mad.
He does stuff like that all the time. I mean, like, what you do? How can you say something like that? You call yourself
the thing is,
objective, impartial, uncensored. I'm like, you're a piece of shit, bruv.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
agree.
You're the terrorist, bruv. You know what I mean? You're going on like you were this. You got kicked off of this morning, and you know, like for the whole Meghan Markle, you know, situation where he kept on like attacking this woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he went out on a date with her and she wasn't on it. And then
on
I
it.
don't even rate Meghan Markle either. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, this whatsoever. Do you know what I mean?
He went like on a crusade to. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and innocent, bro. No Hamas fighters. Hamas are not even in Lebanon, brother. Cuzzy, do you know what? Innocent people got killed. Like, it's on YouTube, bro. It went, boof, people were dropping.
Yeah,
and man said,
I've seen
you've seen it, right?
It's
Man
mad.
said
It
was an act of military brilliance from the IDF.
You'd be scared
innocents.
to have a mobile phone from now on. Like, that's how mad it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, if I'm in Lebanon, I'm not getting a mobile phone. I'm using landlines only, cuz.
Bro,
No
killing
batteries.
civilians.
Because that's no GPS, no batteries, no night like that. You can't communicate with my things because I ain't having my backside blow up. Imagine you got your phone in your back pocket, boom, battery gone.
But I mean,
You are the terrorist sympathiser, Piers Morgan. You know?
do you know? I look at it this way, right? Piers Morgan is the talk piece for an institution. When we talk about talk,
Mouthpiece,
let's talk about who owns it and the people that run it, what their agenda is, and they share the same values as, you know.
You see where we're going with this, right? Read it in
You know,
between the
I'm
lines.
just saying I might lose my job tomorrow for this.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
Like, we're not going to go there, right? But for me, it's he represents something, and for me, I know Piers Morgan's not for the people. He's not for justice or anything like that. He represents an institution, and he represents certain values that, you know, he's expressing, and he knows what he stands for, and he's not going to budge, and he's always going to debate against, you know, people like Mohammed Hijab, people like the guy he was talking about. For me, it's just that's what he is, and that's what I expect from him. I don't expect anything different from Piers, to be honest with you.
Do you know how that, you know, that's true? Do you remember Jaguar Wright?
Yeah.
When she went on the show, she started talking about Jay-Z. And then
Jay-Z's
Tuku's
lawyers
my man's apologizing after the lawyers got in contact. Like, that's how you know. Like, he would never bite off the hand that feeds him. Like, he knows there's a limit. He knows that he has to stay within a certain, you know, narrative, to be honest. And he can't stray from that, otherwise
Let me tell you something.
he's going to lose his bank.
Every person that supports what, you know, the IDF are doing, right, or, you know, all the atrocities, they know morally and ethically it's wrong. They know that it's wrong, but they're still going to fight their cause because to them it's more important that Israel is there. Yeah, that's what it is. So they, you know, they are riding out. They they will die by that sword of Zionism, you know, and that's just the way it is, man. And we just gotta, yeah.
So
I don't know, so I get passionate about this thing.
So
man.
what's the proportionate response to Piers Morgan's propaganda?
Proportionate response. The thing is, he is what he is. That's the you can debate with him all the time, but he's always going to defend it. He's always going to defend it.
Intellectual masturbation. he's got to be right. He is the verbal gymnastics and intellectual masturbation that goes on Piers Morgan Uncensored. It has me on the floor cracking up most of the time. A whole bunch of nothingness is said.
That is funny, man.
He's a king of it. So let's give Piers, man. And one day, look, I'm gonna end up on Piers Morgan's Uncensored, man. Wait until he has me. I'm gonna make light work of it.
You man are just gonna interrupt each other, talk over each other 24.
He's interrupted as well, isn't it? Bro, wait, have you met?
He may be your man.
And when he gets interrupted, he's like, "Don't interrupt me, don't talk over me."
I think I've got better, no? Crickets. Right, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, man.
So Piers Morgan, man, he's absolutely deplorable, isn't it?
Rupert Murdoch, News Corp International, which employed you.
It employs me now.
It employs you now. Funded the Jerusalem Foundation, which builds illegal settlements.
What's this got to do with me?
In
What's it got to do with me?
Do you condemn Rupert Murdoch?
What's it got to do with me?
Do you condemn Rupert Murdoch?
I'm not talking about
this. Here is a letter from Netanyahu's political office, a list of individuals that Netanyahu considered to be funders of his political campaign. There is a name, Rupert Murdoch, your employer.
You know what, Loki?
It seems he funded Benjamin Netanyahu.
You know
That's
what?
an issue.
You know what, Loki? It's not an issue for me.
And actually, it's in the interest of objectivity
Understand one thing.
that you stated.
Rupert Murdoch can speak for himself.
Sam kindly resigned from the Times newspaper because of Murdoch's investment and bias
if
towards
you have a
Israel.
problem,
Let's just, all jokes aside,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He peddles propaganda. I want to say really well, but it's not, because I still watch him. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason as to why I still watch him. I'm telling you the truth.
There's an entertainment factor.
Yeah.
Definitely,
yeah.
I see that.
A whole bunch of intellectual masturbation going on. But, you know what I mean? Verbal gymnastics, you know, with like entertaining characters, isn't it? And there is information there, isn't it? There's a lot of, you know what I mean? Accurate historical accounts as well, but it's ego, bro. People are on there for, you know what I mean, for platforms and to regurgitate and reinforce the status quo, and you know, and his thing is, giving a platform to people who haven't got one, and you know, people who've been cancelled and uncensored, and that's what he tries to stand on, you know. But again, it's all for him, for you know, for clicks at the end of the day, you know. So Piers Morgan, we're going to give you a round of applause for being
tentative round of applause.
Nominee for OON of the Year 2024.
Quite one.
Listen, here we do not discriminate. Anyone can get it. Anyone can get it, man. Okay. So, let us know what you think in the comments about our nominees. Do comment, do like and share. You know, it's important that we get this message out there. So, next nominee, sixth nominee for OON of the Year 2024 goes to the one and only David Lammy.
Yes.
When you know Lammy, yeah, I think about the riots when Mark Duggan got killed. And I remember him coming out to the media and demonising the looters and demonising.
Don't know if there are fatalities within some of the houses and homes and flats above some of the shops that are now burnt out. We have officers in hospital, some of whom are seriously injured. This is a disgrace.
There's never talk of why it started. This is why he's just a boule.
Yeah. I mean, because I was going to ask you this earlier. With David Lammy, can you give me like just a history of what he said, what he stands for, his political opinions?
So David Lammy is obviously a Labour MP.
Extraordinaire.
MP. He's a Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs of the United Kingdom. To be fair, guys, this title was so long. He's got such a long title. There's no way I can remember all of this. This useless title for this useless man. Like he is so just obnoxious. George Galloway absolutely has a field day with this guy.
Really?
Yeah. He was taking the piss out of him the other day on his platform. Compared him to like Idi Amin.
In particular, has supported the cutting off of water, electricity, and essential services to Gaza. Idi Amin of British politics, David Lammy. Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, and his amanuensis, though his amanuensis is supposed to be shorter than him, and David Lammy is vastly, vastly bigger than him. In fact, he gets bigger every day. He's looking like Idi Amin Dada, the former dictator of Uganda, the more I look at him.
Evie and me, did it?
Yeah.
You know, and the 18-year-old who got arrested in Dubai because he was fucking another British citizen, an Asian girl, basically, yeah? And in Dubai, it's illegal to have sex with someone under the age of 18. So when she got back, her mum's gone to the UK, her mum's gone through her phone, and she said, oh my days, my daughter has slept with a black man. Dubai police! Hello, Dubai, you know, it's illegal to sleep with anyone under 18. Oh yeah, basically there's a black guy out there who slept with my daughter. He was 17. Yeah, so from that he got arrested and he's in jail now. And David Lammy basically said he should follow the rules. Okay, David Lammy. So where was you when Boris Johnson was breaking the laws in lockdown, partying with his comrades? Where was you at the time, calling that out for breaking the law? So you have lawmakers breaking the law and facing no repercussions. So this is literally like, do you know why I bring they're from different, obviously, parties. Boris Johnson, Tory, Conservatives on the right, Lammy on the left, but two birds of the same plane. You know, they are both politicians. So where was he when Boris Johnson was partying in lockdown? Where was David Lammy? Where was you? It's the hypocrisy of these people, but you want to come out and have a black brother who has been arrested for, like, honestly, it's just so foul. Everyone in social media is saying like, well, you know, the girl's mum is a pagan.
No, she is. She's vindictive. High levels of vindication there. It's nuts.
You know?
It is, yeah.
It's
ruin a kid's life.
No,
Man.
because the fact is she couldn't do nothing. If once the boy stepped in this soil, she couldn't do nothing because he didn't break any British laws, and they're two British citizens. They both undertook sexual sex.
The mum's a villain.
Your country, your laws. I get it, but it's the snitching. It's the snitching.
What's
There's worse that goes on the buy. That's not
the fact that they're wasting their time and money even just to incarcerate this youth for 1 year after he did a thing with another British girl is nuts, to be honest. Just that in itself. I really wonder what the mum said to the police. Like, she must have been like, they're not married, like going in. Like, he took her virginity, he took her righteousness, all of these things. Because honestly,
laws,
a year.
Bro. Laws, they've got stringent laws out there, innit? That's what it comes down to. She thought, what, you've slept with my noble and holy daughter? Bro, like you said, bro, she's been beaten, bro. She's been beaten, but the problem is he's black. There was a TikToker, a white guy, bro, English guy. He was just like, free my guy. He didn't even want to insinuate. It was, I commented, I showed you nowhere, innit? I took a screenshot. Yeah. I actually replied. I was like, it's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? The mum found out. She was like, oh my days, my daughter slept with a black man.
Yeah, she felt disgusted.
He was like, you know why? And
that's what she said.
Yeah. I was like, you said it without saying it. He was like, he was like, thank you for realising, you know, guidelines, TikTok guidelines, you know, they like to censor people for certain things, innit? It's just like, man, that is so heinous of of her. Yeah, Lammy, you know what I'm saying? Lammy's coming out saying he should follow the rules. This is what I mean, bro.
He should be putting pressure on that mother from the get-go.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
how dare you abuse another country's rules to go and like
You know what I'm
destroy
saying?
another
'Cause of
British
your-
citizen's life?
Because you're bigotry.
Like, do you understand? Like, how can you do that? I'm pretty sure as well. If she was to call the police when they were on that soil, I swear her daughter might have got arrested as well.
Do you get it,
Because it's illegal.
Do you
On
wanna
both, is
say-
it not illegal
exactly,
for
they're
both parties
This is what I'm trying to say, cuz.
to do it there? 'Cause
Exactly.
It's,
Yeah, bro.
it's the whole thing
It's very
is
extreme.
not having sex before marriage and
Bro,
all of
under
that sort of
18,
stuff.
you can't sleep with anyone
it's
under
such
under the age of 18. She would have.
It's just like an extreme thing to do.
Oh, that
You
level
know.
of hate, bro. You know what? If that was an English mum, a white English mum, she wouldn't have done that.
No, of course not.
She wouldn't have done that, bro. She wouldn't have done that.
No, she felt that, bro. They were disgusted. That's the truth. The mum obviously felt disgusted. She must have saw the text message and felt so disgusted to her belly that she wanted to you know, like she wanted to probably kill the youth if she could. If she could have murdered the youth, she probably would have deaded him. She would have killed him. But what's the next best thing? Let's get him
My
incarcerated.
daughter's a nigger lover. Police.
That is crazy,
Bro,
man.
come on, we know it's like, I hate to say, look, sorry guys, we're like laughing and joking about these kind of things, but you know, these
it's sad,
reasons
like,
are
what
like
did he do?
reality.
He
There's
did-
a
he
lot of anti-black rhetoric out there, you know.
No, David's
he's
got a
18.
lot to answer for this, to be honest. Like, it's wrong on all levels, man.
It's just like, I don't know
follow
why.
the rules.
It's just kind of like, why would he even say, like, look, this is an 18-year-old guy, right? He
must
went on a
follow the
holiday.
rules.
You know, you probably could have gone to university, you know, get a job or whatever, but then he's going to spend a year of his life in prison, and then you're just going out and saying,
Dubai, bro.
oh, should have followed the rules. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it real, but that's a bullshit rule. That's a bullshit law.
Whoa, this guy's
You know?
bro.
It's not like he went and chopped another, chick from Dubai and that.
Yeah.
You know, like that on a mad thing, went and clapped something from Dubai and their parents found out and all of that. Like, no, it's two British citizens, cuz. Where they're from, it's completely legal. My man, them two, I bet you the two of them probably thought, you know what, when we get home, we're going to keep chatting and we're going to try and link up. But then the mum just saw the messages.
Yeah.
That's why they were all text. Like, imagine you link at your first holiday,
Yeah.
you meet another thing that lives not too far away or whatever. You hit it off and you're thinking, yeah, when I get home, man's gonna shout that thing. And then before you can even, she goes, you say goodbye to her and all of that, and you're thinking, yeah, I'm gonna get back. You're texting, and then all of a sudden, before you can even get on the flight to go get home and see the thing, you're going jail for like, that's nuts.
It's nuts, man. That's nuts.
So the Foreign Secretary, David Lammy, has said British people should follow the rules when visiting other countries. This was a response to being asked about Marcus Fakana, the black British 18-year-old sentenced to 1 year in a Dubai prison for a holiday romance with a British girl who was 17 at the time. Fakana is from Tottenham, North London, which is Mr. Lammy's constituency. This is bad. This is like the level of oonery here.
Sellout.
This has been staged or
Yeah.
something. Like, this is like, you could have write this.
It's a sellout, man.
I'm from North London too. And so, you know.
It's a
I best
madness.
not see you around, David Lammy.
It's a madness, cuz. It's a madness.
So in a report with Sky News, Mr. Lammy said it would not be appropriate, listen to this, for me to comment on any individual case, except to say that, of course, as you would expect, his family has had all the full support available.
What full support? What full support? You let the boy get sentenced. How are you, like, how are you not pressuring the Dubai government and this woman as well to take back her claim, cuz? How are you not pressuring her?
Oh my
She's clearly
days.
trying to destroy another British citizen's life by taking advantage of another country's laws, cuz, like in a manipulative way as well. You know, it's fully
It's just
manipulative.
vindictive. It's a very vindictive thing to do. Getting out, and she's a grown woman, just going for like just a young guy like that, like
And
ruining his life. And
Yeah.
Rada,
You know.
there's someone called Rada Sterling. He's got a blue tick. Obviously, someone it was a public figure. It says David Lammy has falsely represented that the UK has provided its full support to Marcus Fakana. She looks like she's Asian as well. This woman, absolute lies. JD Vance had his boys home in 2 weeks. Ireland had Tory Towie home in a week. Jeremy Hunt threatened sanctions against the UAE. Yeah, there's so much to this, isn't it? You know, it's imperative that voters in Tottenham do not reselect David Lammy
definitely
or
not.
any
Never.
other party replacement. He does not care about his constituents and will not do the very basic diplomatic job of saving Marcus from a custodial sentence.
Yep.
shout out to this woman. I've never heard of it. Let's give Rada Sterling. I think she's Asian as well.
Nah,
a round of applause.
She's on point. She's on point. She's on point.
Good point, man.
She is on point.
Bro, everyone's seen
Should
the
represent,
Unery,
yeah.
bro.
It's
Like
top
people,
of the-
like,
yeah,
do
it's
you think
high-level
people are more
Unery.
like people see it more than we think?
This is, do you know what it is? This one here is just so clear. Do you know what I mean? It's clear as day. Because like you just said, there are other people that they've fought harder to get out of them jails that have done probably a little bit worse, if not more. Do you know what I mean? This boy has done something on that's so innocent. Like it's actually like a proper innocent mistake that he's being destroyed for.
Wow.
Like really innocent.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, like you said, even if he read the laws, he's probably thought like, this is another British girl. Like she's not gonna go and snitch on me. Like we're not, like even if her mum, like even you're not thinking that these are gonna go and snitch on me and get me arrested. We're British, cuz we're going home back to the same place.
It's kind of like what people want to do in their privacy. Why are you gonna get involved? Like,
Do you think she saw something in text? Oh, she done what?
Yeah.
She took
Like,
up the
oh, I
arse.
love the way you did that last night.
She took up the arse.
I thought you have. I bet you my man was like, oh, I thought you've never done it up there before, but it slid in easy.
Because it was consensual. I think the first thing the first thing the mum asked was it consensual? It was, yes, mum. It was consensual. So she couldn't
That
run
probably
with that.
made it even worse.
She couldn't run with that in it. She couldn't rap like, I was like, okay, cool. It's consensual. What else can I get him on?
You know, she read the law. She probably was burning, ran through all of the bylaws. Like, how can I bun this?
Yeah,
shit? How can I burn this soul? You know, like that.
fuck yeah,
She did a full digging, like found the number to call them from over here. Like imagine that she put in the international dialing code. She found the number for the Fed, for the Dubai Feds, all of that. She did all of that.
Well, done the most. She went
like a lawyer and shit.
above and beyond.
Told her exactly where to find everything. Man's government names, middle names, the whole shebang.
Let's give the mum a special mention for Queen of the Year, man.
That's a special mention right there, cuz. Both mad thing.
Last minute.
Last minute.
She won.
Negative stereotypes of Asian people.
Fucking hell, man.
Nah, she won.
And Dave Lammy for reinforcing negative stereotypes of black people and the human race. Let's give Lammy a round of applause.
Stop it. That woman, she's evil, cuz.
Oh my days! Oh man!
I don't even know
It's
what to
wild.
say.
You could not write. You could not write this. Man. I think the world is just getting like madder and madder every day, bro. It's just man, lawbreakers breaking the laws. You know, the hypocrisy. Doesn't anyone see this? The first thing I saw when Lammy said you should follow the rules, Boris Johnson came to mind.
100%.
Boris Johnson came to mind.
Do you remember
why we do this.
Do you remember when that international? There was someone that was over here representing. I think it was an American embassy. I think they were from the U.S. embassy that were here. It was his wife. Yeah, his wife ran over and killed a boy. They just left on diplomatic immunity. Yeah. They never got arrested and they never faced any charges.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Boris Johnson came out and said these things happen. These things happen. A man, this woman was driving on the wrong side of the road, cuz. She was driving on the right-hand side of the road and she ran over somebody and killed them. This is here in the UK. They're diplomats. They're part of the US embassy. So I think it was the husband
and he killed
who
someone
was
here,
the politician or part of the embassy, and it's his wife, obviously, that's driving. Yeah, they weren't British diplomats. They were American. They're American, and it's the wife that's driving. She's driving on the wrong side of the road. She's driving on the right, like she's back home in America. Runs over a ute, and they both fly, dip out, and they face no charges, no nothing. And like I said, Boris Johnson just comes out and says, "You know what? These things happen. Like people just drive on the wrong side of the road here in this country.
Some people are just above the law. That's
not. That shouldn't be above the law. She ran over a pedestrian. Like ran over, driving on the wrong side. This reckless driving, endangerment, all these sorts of things. You go to jail.
It is above the.
They're above the law, but that's the world we live in.
Look at Joe Biden pardoning his son.
Yeah,
and he's just said bare times, "I'm not gonna pardon him. I'm not gonna pardon."
But even that is more understandable than them allowing them to go back home and face no. This woman faced no charge. She killed somebody. But as you think about it, she deaded somebody and faced nothing.
As Joe Biden.
They ain't even that level though. They're not Joe Bidens. They're just standard diplomats. You know, from the embassy. They're not even that high up like that. But they still got that level of
we're talking
leeway.
about politicians and how a lot of these people are above the law. You know, generally, you know, Biden.
Listen.
I'm not gonna pardon my son. I'm not gonna pardon my son. Oh, when he does it, oh yeah, it was a political tactic against me, so that's why I pardoned him. I was like, this made zero sense.
Bro, there's literally
the world like we're idiots.
Honestly,
there's literally a genocide going on in Gaza. There's a real life genocide going on, and everyone's just kind of like, oh, you know, Israel has the right to defend itself.
Bro, when you actually think about it, the top oons of,
it's crazy, bro.
When you think about it, the top oons of the year is always the government. It's always the government. Like the top oons of the year. Like if we was really to do it properly, every year it would always be the same. It would be the government.
Entertainers, but it's like, man, what politicians? They are entertainers in theory, aren't they? It's fucking. They got a script, they got a telly, they put a performance, a spectacle, theatre. See you later. I go home after it. You know, they lie to the world on the world stage.
Exploit your people to get what you want.
They're like a fundamental class. Like,
but they
should
know
be a
it.
way to get rid of MPs, but you can't. They're not even the most sort of powerful people in society, but they still have better power.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's still people behind them, but they're still like this fundamental class. They're like, you have to vote for us for things for society to get better.
Yeah, bro. Listen, democracy, human rights. It's all an illusion. It's all a lie. Some people are just above that, and that's just the reality of the world.
That's the way, exactly. That's how the cookie crumbles, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm saying nobody's above the law. He even tweeted it. Sorry, we'll have to end on that. Joe Biden even tweeted it at the time. His son got nicked. He tweeted, "Nobody's above the law."
Wasn't his son like doing crack? Recording his son doing crack.
Yeah, to be fair, like I said, I can understand Joe Biden. His son was a proper crackhead. Like his son was a proper crackhead.
Real crackhead.
And I swear, isn't it tax evasion that you got back for?
And the gun charge.
Oh, you got gun charge as well.
Yeah,
but you know they don't mind guns.
Time, bro. You like, bro. There's serious charges, cuz. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Any average person, bro, gonna throw the book at you, bro. You're gone.
He was gone though, isn't it? But you know the tax thing. I bet you, like I said, tax. You know, all of them did. They're all cool with that. They all dodge the tax.
Right, some people get away with it, some don't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look how much celebrities they put in jail for it.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Talk to Wesley Snipes, man.
Wesley got too bold for his boots, man. Come on, he got too big for his boots.
Did you get it? Like, do you know what I mean?
He thought Blade made him.
It's selective, man. Who they put in jail, man? Obviously, Screaming Free Diddy.
Bro, Wesley Snipes see the Joe Biden's son getting the pardon. He's like, what? What about me? Bro, Wesley Snipes is punching the air right now, cuz.
What about my black ass? So, lads.
Those people who would say who would have taken the dinner with Jay-Z over the 500K, where are they now?
Even Jay-Z said.